Hey everybody, I wanted to take a minute to go over discussion board posts and explain to you why they are set up the way they are. I've had some questions about why isn't my assignment graded. I posted my answers, so I want to go over that with you. First of all, I'm going to use week 1 as an example just for our purposes here. So I'm on week 1. You see the 3 questions you were required to answer. My recommendation is that you copy these and paste them into Microsoft Word. Then type your answers in Microsoft Word. The reason I ask you to do that is Blackboard, because now we log in through the portal. Blackboard, it is possible to sort of log you out in the background and you're still typing, but it's not actually going into Blackboard. It's just surface on your screen. It's very confusing, but then if you get to the end and it has logged you out and you push submit, all your work disappears and it's very upsetting. So I just recommend, it's just best to do it in Word first, then you can copy it and paste it as many times as you need to if you have a technical difficulty. So copy these into Microsoft Word, type your answers below it. Then you go to the assignment and you go to the assignment and you create a post. You saw mine had everyone's, yours won't. It'll only have you until you post, because I have it set up like this. You can see I have participants must create a thread in order to view threads. Until you answer the 3 questions, you won't see everybody else's answers. It's just set up that way. The other thing you'll notice is it will say that you need grading like this with the exclamation point after 2 posts, which means if you log into discussion board and you post your answers, but you don't respond to another person, it will not send it to me to be graded. What it shows me is this. It makes your assignment, does this little thing right here. You see that blue circle? That means the student is still working on it. Every discussion board assignment has 2 parts. The first part is your answers. The second part is your response to someone else. So if you got a 0 and you're like, well, I answered the questions, it did not come to me to be graded unless you also responded, because there's 2 parts to the assignment. So until both parts are done, Blackboard doesn't think it needs to be graded. It thinks you're still working on it. Now, if you notice, this is what it will look like. That's what it will show you once you have done both, okay, that it needs to be graded. Now, the other thing I would like to mention is, remember, these questions are the only way I know that you have read the material. They're the only way I know that you have watched the videos and you are understanding the information, which means if you are very vague and short, you will not receive full credit, okay? You'll notice that the assignment says your response to someone else should be thoughtful. It is not appropriate to just say good job. You have to be like, oh, I agree because, oh, I disagree. I particularly liked how you talked about so and so and so and so. It has to show that you actually read it and you're responding with content and with thoughtful information. I hope that helps clear up any confusion. You have until February 3rd to make up any of Unit 1. The test for for Unit 1 closes on February 3rd, so it's really important, if you haven't finished these assignments, that you go back and do them, because once those zeros are in, they're permanent after that test. If you have any questions about this, if you're unsure, then I would encourage you to go to Instructor Info and click the Email Me link. I'm asking that everyone email me from within Blackboard, within the course. I'm doing that across the board in every class. It just makes it very clear. I have several students with the exact same name and the exact same spelling, first and last. And I just am trying to prevent any extra confusion or mistakes. So I really am, if you don't respond, if you don't email me through that, I'm going to respond to your email and say, will you please email me through the instructor tab before I answer any questions? And I'm doing that across the board in every class. So I hope this has helped you kind of understand what is the best way to get your full points for the discussion board. As I said, if you need anything, let me know. Wish you the best of luck on your test.